This is a diary update to show the progress made in bringing the MADEngine to the web. It's been over 1.5 years since my last update. The reason is because of work commitments. The first thing you may remember is this solution used to be called ScriptBot. I've renamed it to the MADEngine. There is also a home page before you sign in. Now that I've signed in, you'll see that there is a file manager. The file manager has folders and also diagrams, and also projects. I can also upload MS Visio diagrams. I can create a new diagram by clicking down here, or create a new diagram by clicking here. Once in a new diagram, I can add entities by dragging and dropping. I can also resize the entity, both left and right, and move the entity around. I have undo, infinite undo, and infinite redo. On the left-hand side, you'll see properties. So let's give this entity a namespace, HR. So it appears just here, and then a name. Let's call it user. You'll also see that there is a field here. I have properties for fields, so I'll click on field and it comes up with the field property. So I shall call this name. We can ignore those for the minute. More importantly, we need to assign a data type. You'll see that these are SQL Server data types. The MADEngine, the actual engine itself, knows different data types of different languages. Going forward at some point, I will be updating that list based on the language of your choice. But for the moment, we're going to have to stick with SQL Server. So what we're looking for, well, why not choose nvarchar? And a size. Let's call it 100 characters. Note, it hasn't appeared here. There are 3 small dots. If I extend the size of this, the metadata appears. Let's add another field. Click on field, and up comes the next field. This is now blank for us to fill in more information. Oh, let's try again. And I can tab down, but what I'll do is I'll just use the mouse. And this time we choose varchar. Well, why not? And make it 256, because why not? Let's have something else. Let's put in another field. This one we'll call, well, note. This one will make it a text field. We don't have to worry about the size, and we'll make it nullable. So there we have it. We have a very simple table here. Let's add another table. Drag and drop next to it. This one, what should we call this one? Well, we'll say HR again, and we'll call it user role. So the user role is going to be a many-to-many table. And we'll have user ID, if I can spell it, user ID, and because we've defaulted to GUID, we can default this to other data types, but for the time being it's defaulted to GUID. Move this into the correct position. Oh, I need another field. You've guessed it, folks, role ID. We don't have a role table yet, but we soon will. There you go. And now I can connect up these 2 tables. Note, I have a little kind of nodule there. I can click and drag across. So our solution supports relationships. I can now also move around entities, and the solution will understand where to put the entity lines. I can also do this manually, so I can do this, do this. Now this is not perfect at this point, but it's work in progress. Right, let's complete this diagram. So once again, we're back to entity. Give it a schema, namespace, HR. Call it role. And we need to have a role name. Data type. Scoot all the way down to varchar. Well, roles, they tend not to have so many characters. Let's be generous though, call it 50. There you go. And we need to add the relationship. I don't have to move it in position, but I'm just going to do it for neatness. There you go. Notice also, it will only connect to a primary key. If I select this side, it will only connect to a foreign key. Obviously, it doesn't know that notes is not a foreign key. Interestingly, I can select on relationship, and now the relationship property comes up. I have one property, cascade delete. So if I delete this user role deletes. Let's do the same thing here. When I click select a role, the user role is deleted. Cascading delete. One last property, the diagram. So we've got various fields here which we can fill in. As you can see, you've got the default data type here. And also you've got statistics. Let me just go back to the entity property just for fun. As you can see, you have hints, and I've got more information that comes up. All right, so let's have a quick look at the toolbar. You have day-night mode. Also, the toolbars can be hidden by clicking on this button here, and then I can just expand individual toolbars as required. Once I've done all that, let's save it. I can go back to the file manager, and there's the test diagram. It's currently open here. I can generate the code as well. For that, I need a project, so I'll click on the test project. Click on the test project. And up comes the generate code screen. This is not complete. This is what I'm working on at the moment. So I can select a diagram. So I'll select this sample diagram. I can also search for a template. So this particular template is used to create SQL scripts. Very, very simple template. I can select that. I also have bookmarks. This is as far as I've got. As you can see, I've got to-dos. Now, the engine works. It will generate code, but it's not wired up to this front end. So in theory, I can click on generate and get feedback here. So that's as far as I've got with bringing the MADEngine to the web. Please subscribe, please like if you want to see more of these diary entries. As you can see, I'm planning on having this solution support multiple languages. So I've just shown you SQL. I've got another template for TypeScript, another template for C#. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to support other languages. And one final thing. Thank you for watching.